The problem with this app is that it frequently, like, it should show me how many people are watching the stream, but it says 0, which means it's probably not actually streaming. Because, like, usually a few people will always be watching. Oh, see, there it goes. It went up to 1, which means actually it's working. Like, half the time I start it, there is Wi-Fi here, but it usually doesn't. It blocks YouTube streaming, so it'll be streaming over 4G. It's decent. It depends a lot on the rink, because so many ice rinks are big steel structures. Like, the exterior walls are metal, and so you don't... very often we go to rinks and there's, like, very terrible reception inside. It depends a lot on the rink. Hey there, Ashburn fans. We're getting started here. Just finished the warm-ups for this Saturday game against the Howard Huskies. I believe Luke will be in goal today. I think this is the expectation is. So Armand is fishing pucks out of the net, so that's a good sign. Usually, whichever goalie is not expected to play has that duty. I used to be able to tell easily from their pads because Luke had these sort of blue stripes on his pads, but he got new ones, so it's less obvious from a distance. I guess I gotta pay attention to other characteristics. Obviously, they have different numbers on their jersey, different skating styles, but they're pretty similar height, so. As you all know, a kid in a hockey jersey, if you can't see their number, sometimes they look a lot alike. Here with Luke's cousin, Matt Beeman. It was, Alright, Shane takes the drop. And here we go. Puck comes back to Jack. Jack fumbles with his stick. Shot, Luke has got it, and he held it. I'm not sure that's a great start to the game. A shot in the first 9 seconds, but let's not overthink it. It doesn't mean nothing. Shane takes the drop again. Another shot. Luke sticks it away. Kyle will pick it up behind the net, sends it around the boards to Jack. Jack sends it on further, comes back out to Shane, and I've got my gimbal in the wrong mode. I apologize for that, so it's making it hard to... All right, Jack picks it up, takes it behind, passes it right in front of the net, and Paul tries to get a shot in, and then I think Shane... goalie deflected that one. Shane got the second rebound, and the score will be 1-0, Ashburn. Nice. Hope you all enjoyed having the weekend off last weekend. It was nice to have a little bit of a break. Hope you all have remembered to make your reservations for York, Pennsylvania next weekend. If you haven't, hurry up. It is a stay and play, which means they will be mad at us if we don't have the requisite number of hotel rooms. 2-night minimum. All right, that's Brian coming around behind the net. It's a nice centering pass to Landon. Landon, centering pass. And, oh my gosh, Joey tried to get a stick on it, but the goalie's got it covered. So, could not find the back of the net, but he was on his butt and scrambling. So that was definitely looking like we had great promise there. Keep that one up. Brian will take the drop again. Same line, comes back out. Greg, nice slap shot in. Gets deflected. Joey tries to stick it somewhere. And Huskies managed to send it around. Greg up to Landon. No, I'm sorry, that was Mason up to Landon. Comes back out. Brian drops it back to Greg. Greg over back to Mason. Mason off the glass, up high. Tries to get it out, but Blue sticks it out of the air high. Mason picks it up again, passes up to Landon. Landon taps it. Oops, I just hit the cords there. And then turns and heads to the bench. That line's been out there for a bit. Joey stays out to keep the offensive pressure up. And he will probably head to the bench once he passes it off. Flicks it towards the net. Oh my gosh! He flicks it. It hits, I think, the top of the goalie's pads, bounces off his leg into the back of the net, and the score will be 2-0. Nice. Mr. Beeman's laughing at me here for my impersonation of a sports announcer. So this is my impersonation of a color commentary interview in between plays. Do you have anything? How do you feel about the game so far?
I don't even know who Luke is on. He's got a letter too.
What? Luke's that's Luke over there.
But they're winning.
Yes, we're winning. Luke's had a couple good saves already. All right, Bobby picks it up off the drop. Comes out. Will Schneider hands it back to Bobby. Takes it through. He's going to get just past the red line and dumps it. Zach will pick it up on the far side. Through the Huskies player's legs. It comes back out. Huskies will take possession. Spencer will turn it back, send it back in. We have to get off, but we're right at the line, so that was easy. Back and forth with Bobby. Spencer hard off the boards, gets it around the Huskies player. And Spencer will take it in himself. Looking for a pass. Drives it in close. Hit it to Will, or possibly he got a shot up there. I'm not certain. Will, hard off the boards, bounces back. Tim will go pick it up there. Comes around. Bounces all the way back out to Spencer at the point. Shane accelerating. Bobby just caught it at the blue line. Line change on both teams. Shane in our own backfield. Hands it up to Brody coming off the bench, who dumps it. Jack will pick it up behind the net, or to pick up the pressure. Blue managed to get it around. Kyle, slap shot, bounces off the skate or shin guard perhaps. He goes and fetches it, turns it around, dumps it long. That could be icing. Nope, I guess because somebody touched it in the way as it went through. Brody takes it behind the net, loses possession though. They try to get it out. Shane got a stick on it. Charlie turns it around, hands it back to Shane. Shane, wrister high, goalie covers it, drops it. I'm sorry, gloved it high, dropped to the ice and covered it. How often do they change? Every couple minutes, really? Question from my nephew, who is probably not a huge hockey fan. Joey cross to Greg. That's Joey. Sorry, backhanded over into the corner where Brian will pick it up, sends it back out to Greg. Greg, wrister in towards the net, gets deflected by a defenseman right in front of the net. Joey will pick it up there, tries to do a little rat pass. The goalie's right there. Landon tries to backdoor it in. I think the goalie covered it. Or flicked it away. The net came off. Or at least the official is shaking the net. Yeah, the players can basically change when they feel like they need to. The coaches will tell them, but when play stops, a lot of times if they've been out for a few minutes. Cross to Zach. So there's basically three lines, or three offensive lines, and they'll just rotate through. That was Tim wrister wide of the net. Comes back out. Bobby sends it from neutral zone. Tim with the rebound. Two rebounds there. The first one was on the goalie. The second one, I think he was wide of the net. Comes all the way out to Bobby in neutral zone. Bobby's going to take it through. Teammates just hovering there on the blue line. Hard around the boards. We don't have anybody at the point, and it's going to be a foot race to get there, and there'll be icing call on it. So unless there's a equipment failure or an injury, the goalies will stay out the whole game. They don't change them. Or, if one of them is just playing shitty and playing poorly, I shouldn't swear on the stream. But that's unusual. Shane with the drop. Goalies? They have 2 goalies. I mean, it's different teams. Some teams might only have 1, but Brody picks it up. I think Charlie broke his stick. Left it out there. Comes long. Greg will pick it up in the backfield. Tries to pass it out and finds one of the blue players, or one of the blue players finds it. Scramble. Luke had a save there and just like punched it away. I think with a little help from Jack. Got it away from that net. Shane hits the brakes, turns it around, sends it around. Rockets off the boards. I think he was trying to send it around to Brody, who was up at the point, but it came bouncing out. Brody cross past Shane off the boards. He backhands it and dumps it. Shane will head to the bench. Blue hesitates a little bit there. And Brian intercepts the pass, drives in, but Landon hadn't gotten out of the zone yet, so it's offsides. And they will restart from the spot. All right, Brian took the drop. It's going to come back out. Bobby turns it around. Off the boards, up through neutral ice. A little scramble there with between Brian and one of the Blues players. And the puck just slid on Pie. Heads back out. Spencer behind the net. Scrambling. Hands it off to Bobby. Bobby, long pass up. And Joey is just in position. Takes a shot. Goalie deflects it wide. Landon, then Spencer sends it in towards the net. A little scramble there. Joey's still trying. It's right by his feet, but he had a lot of defensive pressure on him. Spencer, okay, sorry, catching the cables again on my phone. Blue dumps it. Spencer will pick it up. Brian sweeps him from behind. Just takes the puck away from the little cluster there. Hands it long to Landon. Cross. Landon tries to do a real fancy stick handling to get around the guy. Does not work. He is not fooled. Landon goes down, but just in time, Joey picks up the puck, passes it through the paint. Zach couldn't get a stick on it to actually dump it in. I think that's Charlie sends it into the paint again. Again, right through the crease. Drop pass, Joey back to Landon. Landon tries to turn it around back to Joey as he goes into the slot. Blue intercepts it, and they will send it wide of Luke's net. I think that's Joey, picks it up on the far side. Pass it to Charlie. Charlie tries to do something fancy. Didn't quite work the way he intended, I'm sure. Zach, under pressure. Oh my gosh! From the point, almost, as he skated in, Rister finds the net, and we will be 3-0. 7 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first period. Shot counter says 13-3. So, you guys can't be too good. Luke's cousin came out to watch him play. His mom came out. And if he doesn't, have any pressure, the fans might be disappointed. I'm going to see a little bit of goaltending. All right, do what you do. Tim backhands it up into the bench, the blue bench, and play will stop. All right, Zach will take the drop. Hands it back to Tim, or Tim gets it after the drop. Greg across to Mason. Mason up to Will and Zach. I think it was Zach lofted it. I'm actually not sure if it was Will or Zach that lofted it up. We'll scramble there behind the net. Blue will pick it up. Fish will stand in the wrong place. It's going to come back out. Will doing a beautiful job of just sneaking in there and taking it away from him. Guy standing there like he's not expecting any pressure. That's not a fair assumption. Mason intercepts the pass tries to skate it around, ends up having to, under a little bit of pressure, drops into the corner where Will is going to hold the guy against the boards. Zach pokes it out of there, skates it around, and they manage to steal it from Zach. Flicks it long up, and that's going to be an icing call. All right, Shane takes a drop, successfully passes it back to Spencer, who tries to wrister it in to the zone, and Blue gets in there. Penalty on Jack. Hit from behind. Jack is going to the box like the criminal he is. And we will have an Ashburn penalty kill. Defense looks sharp. Shane takes the drop, hands it off to Blue. They flick it in wide of the net. Turn it around. Spencer gets the stick in, tries to get away, but they still kept possession briefly. Comes around behind the net. Blue using the man advantage, passes back and forth, keeps our guys guessing. Luke sticks it away. Bobby got a stick on it, I think. We flicked it up high into the safety net, and play will stop. I think it was Shane trying to send it off the glass, but sent it a little too high. Both teams will take an opportunity to change personnel. Brian lines up for the drop, still on a penalty kill. Minute 29 left. The score is 3-0. 5 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first period. Official is sternly talking to, I think it was either like a mouse guard or a helmet issue. The guy was fussing with his helmet, chin strap. All right, wrister deflected by Paul with his skate, I believe. Line up again, shot wide of the net. Brian lets Blue recover it since they have that man advantage. Kyle gets in there, gets the stick away, and he flicks it long. That will be icing. But ate up a little bit of time off the penalty kill. What's that? It's whoever's right. That's her right there. She's running the music. It's whatever she wants to play. All right, there's a nice wrister there from Blue, and Luke saved it. Did not manage to control the rebound, but Paul picks it up. Pass to Brian, hits the brakes right in front of the net, but couldn't get the shot off. Blue picks it up. It's going to turn it around. Paul keeps the pressure on. They have to get past Kyle. Ain't happening. Kyle at least got in the guy's way, giving Luke a chance to punch it away. Punch the puck off. There's Kyle, reaching and skating hard. Turns it around. Luke's got it in his glove. That was a nice lightning fast turn and shot from the Blue player. However, didn't work. So the music is often, it's driven by parents, so it's a generation behind what you would be expecting, right? It's usually a combination of, kid favorites and parent favorites. And just, hockey classics. Joey gets it up to Landon. little bounce off the boards there. I think we're back to full strength. Puck comes bouncing out. Zach coming off the bench will pick it up in our own backfield. Hands it off to Greg. Greg off the boards. Tries to get it out. Howard sends it back behind the net. Shot stopped, I think, by Zach. Mason gets it away. Tries to hand it off to Greg. Turns it around. Blue player at the point. Slaps it. It's wide of the net. It's back behind the net. They get it out in the slot. Backhands it. And there's a whistle on. Not sure why. Official is. Oh, I guess the net was off. He was pointing at the net before. From the angle I'm looking at, it was not obvious to me immediately that the net was off. 2 minutes 52 seconds left in the first. We are up 3-0 here at home at Ashburn. Zach took the drops, comes out long. Howard will chase it, send it off the board. Zach picking up the rebound right there at the line, turns it around, keeps it in play. He is all over the place. How does Zach get over there so fast? I'm just kind of flabbergasted. Zach dumped it in, then he got the puck again, and it got away from him, and they got it a third time from in 3 different parts of the rink. Anyhow, I guess they move fast. That's Bobby hands it off to Tim. Tim flicks it up into the neutral zone. Blue stops it right before it can get to Will. They take a shot. It's over Luke's net. He lets it go by. He was reaching for it, and I think he realized it wasn't going to be there. Little scramble. Will gets it, turns it around. Can't quite get it out of the zone. Shane pick it up and drives in. He's looking for the pick, and he finds it over the goalie's shoulder. And the score will be 4-0 with 1:54 left in the first period. Well, I said, we should give a little bit of leeway to the Huskies so that Luke can show off some goaltending for his mom and his cousin. And, he's got a little bit of pressure. So far, he's held up. Nice playing by Shane there. Just amazing. All right. Shane took the drop, hands it up to Kyle. Kyle cross to Charlie. Charlie off the boards, up, bouncing into the line. Brody will pick it up from there. Tries to get a stick on. He doesn't really ever get control of it. Blue defense managed to turn it around. They're going to send it out to neutral ice. Charlie is in the right place at the right time. He picks it up, hands it off the boards up to Paul. Paul sends it into the corner off the boards, trying to get it away. Nice shot there, and Shane, the goalie's got it. So Charlie sent it in. Goalie deflected it. I think Shane took a couple stabs at getting it in before the whistle to dead. Brian's line is out. Lennon and Joey on wing. Joey's got it there. Joey trips over the blue player who himself had fallen down. Mason sends it back to Joey. Joey and Landon there both right with each other. Joey, nice attempt. Found the crossbar. It didn't sound like it hit the crossbar, but that's what my eyes told me. My ears did not say the same thing. All right, it comes back. A little scramble there at the red line. Greg picks it up back near the blue. Tries to drive it through. Can't get past the pressure. Mason will pick it up in the corner. Sends it around the boards to Landon. Landon waits for it, and Blue has the time to sneak up behind him, and they got it away. We'll try this one again. Mason around the boards to Landon. Again, the Blue is, as the puck came around, Blue got in Landon's grill. It's time to end up the corner. Greg was there to pick it up. He's looking for the pass. Off the boards up to Brian. Brian's going to have to decide it. Well, he decided to drive it in himself. Joey was there. He does a nice little backhand shot. Tries for the 5-hole, and the goalie stops it. They were waiting for that one. What's that? A lot happens in 8 seconds in hockey. Question from our listening audience was, why do they bother changing lines when there's only 8 seconds left? A lot happens in 8 seconds sometimes. All right, Zach takes the drop, hands it off to Will. Cross to Spencer. Spencer tries to send it back, and considering there was only 8 seconds left, Zach will pick it up behind the net, but time will run out. All right, yeah. All right. Jack's back in the box there. Did they call him for I couldn't have called him for a 2 and 10, so I'm not sure. Why is Jack in the box? There's a joke about Jack in the box. It occurs to me that I've probably been passing up the opportunity to make Jack in the Box jokes all season, without even really thinking about it. I need to. It would be great if I had like a little soundboard associated with the app. I need to write my own streaming app. I think there's a bunch of things that I wish the streaming app that I use could do, and if I had more time. All right, Zach takes a drop. Tim tries to swoop in, successfully gets it away, hands it up to Will. Zach came in, got a shot off, goalie covered it. Yeah, all right. Oh, that's not good. Bobby tried to send it in, and Blue got it away from him. And Bobby kept the pressure on. Spencer was there to help it out, but Bobby did not need his help. Comes up to Zach. Zach loses control of it, and it slides long, but Will is right there in the right place. Try for a beautiful setup for a backdoor. Back to Zach, and goalie was there, and just where the defense was. Didn't work, but it was a nice setup. All right, Will's got it in the corner. Drops it to Kyle. Kyle, wrister in. Goalie, pad save, kicks it away. Pass back up to Charlie at the point from Tim, I think. Neutralized. Charlie drives it in. Looking, he tries for the high angle shot. Hits the goalie's shoulder, I think. Tim will pick it back up. He tries a nice centering pass. Blue gets the stick on it, and they will turn it around. He's getting through the neutral ice. Charlie got it away from him, and Kyle picked it up. Tim sends it long. Blue picks it up from there. Shane swoops in. Somebody changed the possession here. All right, Paul taps it back to Brody. Brody gets the stick lifted, loses an edge, and goes down. Blue's got it. Paul gets it away from him in return. Lifts his stick. Brody has another shot. Takes it. Goalie deflects it. It's going to come back to Mason. Mason flicks it, bouncing up high. Whistle dead. High sticking, I believe was the call. I think. And they're coming all the way back. I'm not 100% sure what that call was. I keep threatening to teach myself all the hand gestures, the referee's hand signals, but every now and then I print out the sheet and I study them, and then a week goes by, and I got the basic ones down, but the obscure ones that you don't see that often. All right, there it comes around to Paul. I think Mason sent it around. Shane, I think, tried to snap it out. There's Paul. Back to Shane. Blue's right behind him. Pops off Luke's pads. They got a shot off in there. Greg sends it around the boards. Paul gets a nice clean possession there. He's going to skate it all the way through. Shot off the goalie's pads. Shane looking for the rebound, but gets turned around. A little bit of pressure on him. Comes bouncing out to neutral ice. They're going to dump it. Somebody lost a stick out there. Greg hits the brakes, turns it around. Just so much more maneuverable than the Huskies player is skating against. Greg drives it through. Takes it behind the net. This little Superman play here. Drops it back to Joey. Joey, bounce pass off the boards to Brian. And it got deflected off the skate. Blue got it away from him. Bobby turns it around, loses possession, but Landon and Brian are both there. Blue sends it bounce through. Spencer tries to send it across to Joey. I almost said Bobby. Misread the numbers. For whatever reason, Joey's jersey is always bunched up in the back. Like, more so than anybody else on the team. Often hard to read the back of Joey's jersey. All right, Joey, from the point, where the defense usually is, tries to send it bouncing towards the net. A little bit wide. Landon picked it up the corner. Ends up bouncing out to Spencer. Off the boards. Blue will take it out. Joey gloves it. And I think they whistled like it was offsides, but I don't think he actually went in. So I'm not sure I understand that one. The score is 4-0. We've got 10 minutes, 59 seconds left in the second period. We've taken 25 shots to their 7. Zach takes the draw. Blue will come up with possession. They manage to get bounces around Kyle. They take a shot, deflects off of Luke's. I don't know what exactly it hit. Popped up high. Charlie took it out, handed off to Will. Will bounce pass back to Charlie. Charlie looked like he was going to do a Superman thing, and he does a drop pass to Zach, who sends it into the goalie's glove. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second period. Score is 4-0. Today's broadcast brought to you by the internet, by YouTube, by the Apple iPhone 6S, by the team, the Ashburn Xtreme, who purchased the gimbal. All right, Blues got it, driving it out in their own defensive zone. Greg stops it right at the red line, hands it up to Tim. Tim's going to take it in, looking for a shot, sends it. Goalie kicks it wide. It's a butterfly save. Almost found the 5-hole. It's like right in the center there. Nice positioning. Zach sends it out to Mason at the point. He's going to send it in towards the net, wide. Nobody managed to tip it in. Blue gets it out, comes back to Greg. Greg has room, takes a beat, hands it up to Will. Will tries to send drop pass to Mason, but he's not looking, and it will slide all the way down. Greg will pick it up behind the net. And he tries to, Greg skated it right through the paint. Luke complains to me sometimes in the car ride home about how much it annoys. Players will take it right through. Although Greg, almost invariably this season, he does it the most, but he gets away with it every time. I don't think I've ever seen it go wrong. All right, that's Brody battling 2-on-1. Shane sliding in, looking to see if he can poke it out of there. It comes out to Spencer. Spencer tries to hand it to Brody. It's bouncing along the rails. It goes right by him. Bounces over his stick. Shane turns it around, comes sliding out. Spencer will pick it up right in the center ice. Sends it back through past like 4 of his teammates. Bobby stops at the blue line, turns it around, tries to hand it back to the offense. That was Paul. Gets it, hands it to, I think that was Brody. Or possibly, yeah, it was Brody. All right, Brody back to Shane. Couldn't quite get a clean stick on it. Blue got it away. Brody sends it back out. Bobby, slap shot. Stopped by the defense. Scramble, and it's in. I'm not even sure who quite got it in at the end there. That was definitely a team effort. It was Brody who who should get credit for it. Maybe we can see what the official says. I could not read his lips or hear it from here. But the score will be 5-0 with 8 minutes 30 seconds left in the second period against the Howard Huskies. We've taken 29 shots to their 8. They haven't been pushovers. I mean, they've gotten 8 pretty decent shots off. But all right, they've managed to keep it in our defensive zone occasionally. But all right, there's Bobby, handed off to Joey, but was that Bobby or Landon? I'm sorry, it was Landon. Misread the jersey there. I should have known. All right, Charlie's going to drive it in. Takes it behind the net, looking for a pass. Didn't even try for the wrap shot. Hands it off to Joey. Joey sends it through. Landon has a whistle before he even got the shot off. I'm not sure what the call was there. I'm not sure what that one's about. Apologies for my poor commentating. Get what you pay for. Brian will take the drop. It's like the number 32 there, tried to do a Zach maneuver. Got the puck between his feet where it was hard to hit. Landon picks it out, intercepted pass there, drives it, tries to do something clever. Brian to Charlie. Charlie tries to send it in. Landon gets the bounce. There's a whistle. Why did they whistle it dead? What if there were no rhetorical questions? All right, here we go. Zach's line's out there. Actually, a mixed line because Zach and Shane are both out. Greg stops it at the point. Drives it in closer. Sends it into the paint, and there's a little scramble there. Couldn't really see what happened. Puck squirted out to the corner. Shane drops it to Zach. Zach back to Greg. Greg slams it in like a little high-power wrister there. It got deflected at short range by somebody's shin on the blue team. All right, Greg will pick it up behind Luke's net. Easy pass off the boards up to Zach. Zach tries to send it out of the zone. It's going to come back to Greg, and he sends it along the rail. And Tim will chase the puck, trying to put the pressure on. Shane gets there just in time to keep it from going out of the zone. Takes a little spinning off-balance shot wide of the net. That's going to come bouncing all the way out. Mason tries to stick it away. Luke, oh my gosh, he had bouncing along on his blocker. And he stopped it, but it was still going to bounce off his blocker into the net, and he managed to punch it away 3 times before eventually got it dropped and he covered it. That was a little dicey. All right, Blue got possession after the drop. Spencer got a stick on it, tried to get it away. That's Paul trying to do something fancy. Spencer's got it. He tries to send it out. Blue gets in there. Goes bouncing past Brody. Blue tries to dump it. Paul got in the way. And they tried to pound it into the corner, but bounced off of Bobby up into the Blue bench. Play will stop. I think it was Paul took the drop. I wasn't paying attention to that for a second. All right, Charlie across to Jack. I think we're winning by enough or dominating enough that the coach is giving people some opportunities to try some different positions. All right, there's Charlie on D. Turns it around. Oh, tries to hand it off to Brody, who's losing edge. Off balance. Comes out past Jack. Charlie just kind of jams his stick at it. Chops at it. Got it away. Kyle sends it around. All right, Brody's going to pick it up the blue line. He'll dump it in the corner, then chase his own puck while some of his teammates do a line change there. Joey coming off the bench, tried to get a shot in. He got there right about the same time this number 6 blue got there. They end up dumping it. Charlie sends it long to Joey. He tries to send it across to Landon. Landon sends it around behind the net where both Brian and Joey looked at it. Thought about stopping it. Blue sends it long. Charlie will pick it up. Hits the brakes, turns it around. Blue player who's there just wipes out. Looked like Bambi on the ice there. Blue player. Spread eagle spinning. All right. Landon's going to pick it up. Hands it up to... Nice pass to Brian. Got a shot. It was a little bit wide. Under pressure. Blue sends it bouncing out into neutral ice to Mason. Cross to Greg. Greg holds it a beat. Dumps it in the corner. Brian will put some pressure on. Brian like looked a little silly there for a moment, and had it. He's off balance. All right, Blue dumps it in the corner. Mason will pick it up. He's going to skate it through. He puts a lot of gas on. Shoot. Mason drives it through, takes a shot. Goalie will catch and hold. Score still 5-0. 3 minutes, 29 seconds left in the second period. All right, came back to Spencer. Quick shot by Zach, wide of the net. Shane has a stick on it. Spencer back to Zach. Back up to Spencer. Back out to Zach. He drives it through. Takes a shot. Goalie was in his glove, but he didn't really couldn't hold on to it. Dropped it. And there's a whistle there on Blue, I believe. So, with 2 minutes 58 seconds left in the second period, Ashburn will get a power play. Number 76, Howard. This guy will sit on the bench. Oh, nice follow-up there from almost backdoor rebound from Shane. Goalie got there just in time. All right, it's pass out, I think, from Zach out to Charlie, back to Zach. Back to Charlie. Drop to Will. Back to Zach. Use that man advantage. Keep these guys moving. Cross. Charlie. Tries to send it in. Gets deflected by one of the blue sticks up into the safety net. Minute 27 left in the power play. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left in the period. Mason to Zach. I think that's Zach. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It is not Zach. All right. Puck scores out long. Greg will pick it up. I can hear much screaming from the coaching and parents, and I'm not sure what all that anxiety is about. Long pass up to Mason. Mason's going to drive it in. He's looking for a pass. Ends up dumping around the outside. Maybe not too normal when they're on a power play, but whatever works. Greg tries to pass it into the slot. Brody sends it back out to Greg. Greg will drive it in. A little fancy stick work there. Got it around the player. Sent it in towards the net-ish. A little bit wide. All right, Paul picks it up. He takes a nice high-angle shot. Goalie pad save. Paul will pick up his own rebound. Dumps it back behind, giving, I think that's Brody, a chance. He's gonna pass it out. Greg tries to stop it at the blue line. It bounces just past. He was kind of reaching long, forcing the team to come off. Blue turns it around. They send it. Luke apparently needs new contacts. He reached for it and it was wide of the net. It was no problem. I'm just eye-hand coordination, man. You're a goalie. You're supposed to be good at this. It didn't look like it was challenging, but I'm not in his spot. I'm not in his skates. All right, there's a shot by Landon. Tried to get his own rebound. Blue turns it around. Spencer will engage right there at the center line. Bobby doing a nice job. Blue gets a shot off, I think, or something close to it, resembling a shot. All right. Joey tried to send it across to Landon. Blue turned around, got it back. Spencer stopped it before it went into the offensive zone. Here, Landon briefly got a stick on it. Blue sends it bouncing. Luke sticks it away from the goal. Spencer off the glass. Up to Brian. Or Landon. Brian ended up with it. Brian will pick it up and neutralize right as time runs out. We will go into the third period with a score on the board of 5-0. Relatively commanding lead and a shutout so far. Shot clock says 35-11. Maybe not pushovers, but not a stern challenge either. We will probably see much better competition tomorrow morning from Reston, who I think we are better than. However, they did beat us last time. So that'll be another opportunity to experience the smell of vindication. Smells like redemption. Tomorrow's game will be here at the Ashburn Ice House. Those of you in the local area, good excuse to skip church if you're the church-going types. All right, Zach, after a little scramble there up to the drop, picks up possession, drives it into the corner, puck gets away from him. Kyle will have to race and keep some pressure on there. He manages to do some awesome playing while looking awkward. Luke will stop it there. I'm not sure Luke even really had control of it. They whistle it dead. Maybe he had it covered. I think I could see where the puck was. The official was on the far side, so maybe he could not see. Either way, he basically had it. All right, 14 minutes, 34 seconds left. Zach took the drop. Blue at point. Slap shot, I think it was number 76 again. Tried to do a slap shot there. Got deflected by the Ashburn team. Puck comes squirting out. Blue 73 will pick it up in their own, back behind their own red line. Will reach in with that stick. Intercepts the pass. All right, Mason picks it up. They send it deep. Hands it across to Greg, I think. Try to send it along to Will. All right, there's Tim. Shot, bounces back. Will looking for the rebound. Greg takes his shot. It's wide of the net. It's going to come around. Greg will pick it up. Flicks it past the blue player, giving Paul a chance to pick it up. He sends it in, bounces towards the net. Goalie traps it between his knees. Almost a 5-hole, but not quite. Went in, but did not come out the far side. We have, looks like the next team wandering in. The next victim of the Ashburn hockey machine. All right, there's Paul. A stick on it. Huskies get it away. Spencer tries to tap it over to Bobby. It bounced off his skate or something some weird way. Spencer has to put on a little juice, manages to send it out long. Brody's racing to keep it from an icing call. They didn't quite get there in time. And we'll have to start it back up, close to our own net. Easy to feel overconfident when you're up 5-0. Don't lose the pressure here, boys. Paul lines up for the drop. Kicks it back, does a little Zach move to Bobby. Bobby off the boards, up to Jack. Jack back to Bobby. Back to Paul. Paul long to Brody. Brody drives it in, takes a shot. Goalie punches it wide. Paul will pick up the rebound. Skates it around. Paul's looking for a pass. Tries to drive it in. Gets one of the blue players kicks it behind the net. He's going to try that one again, looks like. This time he gets boxed up towards the line. It's going to come out of the zone, and Ashburn will have to come off. Spencer off the boards. Scramble right there by the box. Brody taps it up to Jack. Jack's going to drive behind the net, looking for a pass, looking for something. Lots of pressure on him. Taps it off to Bobby at the point. Bobby, slap shot. Hits somebody in the wrist. You can see him shake his hand like it hurt. Blue 84 dumps it, and it just misses the net, and Luke waves it off icing. 12 minutes, 16 seconds left in the third period. We're up 5-0. Additional support for today's broadcast brought to you by AT&T. Brian takes a drop. Comes around. Joey gets double teamed on the boards. Brian comes in to help. Kyle at point sends it bouncing towards the net. The goalie will glove it. Brian scrambling at the drop. He and the other center both go down. Joey skating backwards, looking for somebody to pass to. Blue ends up dumping around the boards. Brian will pick it up on the far side. Bouncing out. Landon briefly had a stick on it, looking to do something. Charlie stops it at the line, tries to dump it back in. Gets intercepted and will shift to defense. Kyle gets a stick on it, sends it back to the back. Turns it around. Kyle will pick it up again. Skates it past several Howard players. He's going to drive it all the way in. Superhero. And he managed to... He didn't get the shot off, but then he did manage to get it right into the paint. It's going to come back around. Both teams will do some personnel changes, I think. Charlie tries to send it long to Brian. Brian touched it, so it wasn't icing. They're sending to the bench. Mason. Because most of our guys were heading to the bench, and they had a nice opportunity to use that change to pass it up, and Mason just foiled him. All right, Greg teasing him, skates it back closer and closer to Luke's net. All right, shot too high. Luke was looking to try to. You can see him shrug the shoulder, trying to get in the way of it, but it was over his shoulder, over the net anyway. Scramble there, puck's out neutralized. Blue's gonna have to come off, and Zach will pick it up. They manage to lift a stick and skates. Puck bounces all the way down to the far end. Zach will chase it and pick it up himself. Backhands it towards the net. Oh, and it bounces up out of the goalie's glove. And that will put a 6th point onto the board for Ashburn. 6-0. Zach almost Zach unassisted, I believe. So that was a nice shot. Nice play. Of course, the shot counter is 40-12. You take 40 shots in a game, you are definitely going to get a couple of them in. Paul takes the drop. Comes back to Bobby. Had to skate a little bit to make it happen. I think that was Brody's. Sent it bouncing across the ice. Bobby tries to get there. Spencer has to come in to help. Blue flicks it up in the air across in front of Luke's net. That was turned around, try to get a pass out to Jack. Offsides on Blue as they dump it in. 9 minutes, 22 seconds left. Score is 6-0. Paul takes the drop. Puck comes flicking out long, past the Blue player who was there, and almost giving, I think that was Landon a chance. No, I'm sorry, Brody, to take it away, even though it was. There's backdoor. Luke scrambles. Backdoor pass. Luke shifted in time and covered it. Nice goaltending, Luke. That back door is, goalie's nightmare. His job is to stop the straight-on shot, and he should have defensemen, but this time he managed to shift and got it himself. All right, there's Landon, gets it out of the zone. Mason got it away after the drop. That, I think, was probably meant to be a shot wide of the net. Tipped, long wrister from the point, tipped by one of the Blue players. Almost, it was too much, I guess. I mean, he changed the direction of it, but all right, that was Landon across to Brian. Couldn't quite get the shot off. Bobby putting pressure on. They're going to skate it in. Whew. Shot right in front of Luke. A little bit of a foot race there. Shane couldn't quite get there in time to turn it around before they got the pass off. Shane dumps it hard off the boards. Blue tries to turn it around. Shane gets there. He's reaching, coming from behind. Manages to get it away. It's like the Shane show. All Shane all day long. This time it's going to be icing call on him. I wouldn't have thought that he was over the line, but Zach will take the drop. Patented spin move. Haven't seen that one this game much. At least I haven't noticed it. Oh, I think it was Kyle tried to send it around, and teammate Tim let it go by because he wasn't Stick wasn't in the right position or whatever. But it worked out great. All right, long bounce pass. Kyle will pick it up, sends it across to Charlie. Charlie pauses, hands it back to Kyle. Nice sense of where the players were. Kyle kind of gets hit and hang up on something. Keeps possession, though. Hands it off to Charlie. Charlie's driving through, pass to Zach. Oh, Zach does not receive the pass well, but he gets it off the bounce. He tries to do something. Defense backs him up. Tim's there to help. Oh, comes squirting out right through the crease. Blue, weak ass. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm swearing again. Weak bounce pass, and Charlie sends it long. It's going to come long again. Little foot race. Mason will get there. I mean, Luke was ready, but all right. Charlie crossed to Will. Will skate with it, gets past the red line, dumps it, heads towards the bench. Blue will pick it up on the far side. Just in time to engage with Paul. Tim blocks him. Puck bounces up in the air. Blue gets it. They're going to send it sort of bouncing and spinning into the corner where Greg will get there first. Tries to send it along the boards. Wicked fast shot. Luke snapped down the butterfly and stopped it. It's going to come out, center ice. Greg's looking a little tired at this point. Maybe that's just me. Just my eyes. Bounce pass behind the net by Brody, I think. Blue turns it around. Both teams looking, I don't know, feels a little sloppy all of a sudden. Like these guys they're getting tired. Feeling a lot of either that or they're just, are taking a few more risks than they usually do. Howard needs to take risks to try to do something, and we can afford to take risks because we're up 6-0. All right, that's Jack turns it around, sends it long. It's rolling. Blue will pick it up in their own defensive zone, and Joey just coming out of nowhere sneaks it away. Gets trapped on the boards. 2-on-1. Then Shane comes in to help. They're gonna send it long. Oh, and foot race. Luke will cover it. Like comes way out of his neck. As I think it was Bobby was racing the guy. Foot race and looking like he was getting outsped. Most of the time we've been able to outspeed these guys, but that particular one, Bobby did not look like he was going to make it. Going to beat him there, but Luke just good judgment, came well out of his crease to cover that one. Easy play. All right, there's Joey takes it behind the net, pass up to Bobby. Bobby whistle before interference. I think that's on Brian. He's looking like what I do. He's definitely, looking confused. Brian's definitely, you can tell, both the gestures and the face. He's like, what the hell? All right. With 4 minutes, 29 seconds left in the third period, Ashburn will have a penalty kill. Joey takes the drop. Single-handedly keeps control of it. Comes back out. Spencer turns it around from neutral ice. We have to come off. Howard will take a beat behind their own net. Joey comes in to keep the pressure up. As is normal for that situation, they are able to outmaneuver him because they can choose which way. He can't. All right, they're going to pass it. Try to use that man advantage. Nice pass. Shane's putting pressure on. They're going to dump it to their guy in the corner. And Spencer will send it rocketing around the boards. Joey will get there at the point. Cross out into the neutral ice to Shane. Blue gets it away. Joey gets knocked down. Some people I can hear coaches shouting for a whistle on that one, which we didn't get. Scramble. I lost track of the puck on the boards. It's going to come out. I think that's Shane and Tim. Tim first, then Shane. And Shane just backhands it deep into the play. Heads to the bench. Tim stays out. Keeps the pressure on. Blue has it. Brian and his dad are having this conversation. There's a shot. Goalie stops with the shoulder. It's up against the hard frozen on the rail. He's like, Brian's shouting, "What'd I do?" His dad's shouting, "No more tripping." All right, Kyle turns it around hard, dumps it in the back, forces Blue to go chase it. They're gonna have to. They thought they had. I don't think they had realized they had the pressure. Tim was right there. He's keeping it. Still man advantage. Brian's coming out of the box. He's going to head to the bench, and there will be an icing call against Howard Huskies. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left in the third period. Score is still 6-0. Got some excited younger siblings dancing in the stands. All right. Mason center ice, doing the defensive thing. Chops at that puck like he was playing golf or something. Take his stickers away and give him a sand wedge. Presumably that was an offsides call. Zach with a face-off. Puck comes squirting around. Mason picks it up. Deep. Sends it around the boards. Across to Greg. Greg tips it up to Brian. Blue, nice wrister from the point. Luke, pad save. I think that was Will, sent it long cross. Didn't have a teammate there. Zach was there a moment later. Be too late. Mason picks it up. Backhand off the glass. Tries to get it out. Blue stops at the point. It's going to come bouncing. Luke's looking attentive, but doesn't need to because Mason sends it rocketing up to Will, but can't get it out of the zone. This time, it will go out, spinning all the way, not quite all the way down. Will manages to stop it there. Brian picks it up off of Will's stick. Blue takes it away, and then there's a little scramble there. They almost were like fumbling about who had possession. Bobby stops it, turns it around, tries to pass it up to Will. Will's not looking, lets it go by. Blue will pick it up deep, but Brody's there to make their lives difficult. Jack holds the guy on the boards while Paul takes the puck. Paul tries to skate it around, can't get past the guy. I think that was Brody sent it rocking around the board. Spencer took a shot from the point. Bounces out, and Brody tries to hand it back to Spencer, who misses it. Hands it to Bobby, back to Spencer, up to Jack. Jack will skate it in. He is looking for the shot. Goalie has it in his glove. I'm going to play Jack. Next time, hit it around the goalie. I mean, nice play. Better than I can do. It's always amazing thinking about the athleticism of these 14-year-old boys. As I've mentioned before, when the kids were younger, when Luke was younger, I used to, back before USA Hockey made it. Oh, there we go. There's let me keep commentary here. Joey got a shot off, Landon got a shot off, and it's in, I think, off of Joey's stick. I think it was like Joey's second or third attempt there. Landon had one in the middle. And that will put the score at 7-0 with 9.9 seconds left on the board. Shane will take what I suspect is the final drop. Landon, they do not bother to change. Landon and Joey still out there. Blue comes up with it, slap shot. Luke will stick it away. Kyle will do something. Sends it up off the boards. Landon will just kind of look at it as the clock's running out. That's it. We will be 7-0 final here at the Ashburn Ice House. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning. 46-17 shots. A lot of shots in this game from both sides, but I mean particularly Ashburn. 46 shots in a game is a grueling pace. I give kudos to the Howard Huskies goalie for just hanging in there. Grudge match tomorrow morning against the Reston Raiders. Chance for vindication. Armand will probably be in net. They keep up the regular rotation. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We will see you tomorrow morning. I've already scheduled the stream. You guys can get it from the usual places. And don't forget to be awesome. Don't do anything I wouldn't enjoy. Like and subscribe. I don't care about that. Thank you to any of the Howard Huskies players or teams who found the stream and for giving us some competition. My apologies if I was a little harsh in my commentary times, but that is a nice hug with Brody and one of the Howard players. Charlie out there. Must have been somebody who had previously played with them. I'm going to end the stream here, and thank you all for your attention, and see you tomorrow.